All right, here in this video, we're going to be, we've already created our master pages. Now we're going to start applying them to the pages in our document. If you're following in the textbook, I'm on page 69 under the Applying Master Pages to Document Pages section. So the first thing we're going to do is just notice that we have currently the A master on every page. And I know that because they all say A. If I look at any of them, I'm going to see that it has the A master on every one of them. But we don't necessarily want the A master on every page. So what we want to do is we want to apply the B master to page 4. So if I'm going to apply the B master to page 4, I want to choose the left B master. I'm going to left click it, drag and drop on 4. Now notice when I get to page 4, it has the black outline around it. That's when I know I can drop it. And now notice that it changed to B here. If I double click on page 4, I can see that it's 2 columns and the text box and such that were created are gone. So I can see that the B master has been applied to that page. I'm also going to apply the B master to page 5. So I'm going to grab the right side of the page and the left click and drag it onto page 5. And now I can see the B master has been applied there as well. And then we're also going to apply it to page 8. So again, page 8 being a left-sided page, we're going to grab the left side, click and drag to page 8. So now I can see the B master has been applied to pages 4 and 5 and 8. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to apply what's called the None master. So if you look at page 1, if you double click on page 1, this would be the first page of our magazine, newsletter, whatever it is. And it probably would not have all the features that all the rest of the pages have. It's not going to have a page number 1, your first page, the title page of your newsletter, or the front page of your magazine isn't going to have a newsletter. We probably aren't going to have the same layout. So we want to take away this A master on here. We're just going to apply what's called the None master. So you can apply masters anyway, but again, the easiest way to do it is to left click, drag, and drop on top of A. And now we can see page 1. Only thing that it holds is the 3 columns because every page was set up to be 3 columns when we began our document, if you remember. Okay. Whenever you're applying master pages, you can also go to this flyout menu and choose Apply Master to Pages. And then you could choose whatever master it is you want to apply and tell it what pages to apply it to. So you could type, let's say I know I want to apply master A, the 3-column master to 10 of my pages. I could type, even though I don't have 10 pages, I could type pages 6 through 16 in here if I wanted to, and I would apply them all at the same time. So that might be helpful to use this feature if you're doing it to multiple pages. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is create, we're going to add some pages to our document. So we're going to, again, from the Pages panel, we're going to click on the flyout button here and choose the very first option, Insert Pages. And we're going to insert 6 pages. And we're going to tell it to insert it after page 4 and to go ahead and use the None master. Go ahead and click OK. And you can see that those pages came in right here. We can visually see that those look different because the None master has been applied there. Now, just like anything else, you can move and click and drag and move things around. So if I decided at some point that I really want what I have here on page 12 to be up here, I can left click what's on page, I can left click page 12, drag and drop it wherever I want it to go, anywhere in my document. I'm going to drag it here on pages 10 and 11, and just notice that right arrow pointing to the right. That's just showing me that's going to kind of shove page 11 to the right. And so basically what we just did was we just kind of swapped it there. I moved this page up and that page was pushed down. You can also delete pages. So I can click on page 5 and I could decide I want to delete page 5 and page 6. I can hold down my Shift key, left click and choose page 6. So I have page 5 and page 6 selected. And then I can click the little garbage can down here, delete selected pages. And I'm back down to 12 pages in my document. Whenever you have something like this as well, so you could imagine here we put these extra pages here in the middle. We're going to insert something different looking special in the middle of our newsletter. So we're going to change the size of those pages. So I'm going to grab my page tool button here, and I'm going to select page 5, and I'll hold down my shift key and select page 8. All those pages are selected. With those pages selected, I can just go and I can change the height and width. So I'm going to change the width here on the control panel to be 7.5. I probably could have typed that, being a little faster instead of clicking. Now I'm all in. Keep going. Okay, 7.5. And then my height is going to be 10.5. I'll type that one in, although that would have been the faster one to do on its own. Okay, 10.5. So now I can see visually that this page is smaller than this page. And if I click on any of those pages, I can see that. I can see that on the pages 6 and 7. It's not as obvious when you don't have them right next to each other, but all of those have been changed. Okay, I'm just going to point out the measure tool. We don't really have to do anything with it per se, but on your tools panel, if you're not seeing the measure tool, it looks like a little ruler, appears underneath your eyedropper if you're not seeing that. But I just want to show you the measure tool you can use to measure things in your document. So if you wanted to be sure that a column was a specific size, I could left click and drag here, and it would give me the measurement. So notice here on my info panel, I have the width is at 2.1678 inches. I could drag it across all 3 columns, and it would tell me the width there of all 3 columns. So the measure tool can just, it doesn't stay, it just is a quick way for you to measure information. If I click on my selection tool, that goes away and I can close out this window here. Other thing you can do is add sections to your page numbering. So I could say, you know what, I want this new section I put in here of these blank pages to be numbered differently. It's going to be a different size, it's going to look different, so I'm going to create a different section with this group of pages. So to start with, you want to make sure you have your selection tool. I'm going to double click on page 5 here. Got my pages kind of messed up. Scroll so I can see better. And once you have page 5 selected, we're going to go to the flyout menu here and choose numbering and section options. Now make sure start section is checked. Start page numbering at should be 1. And under the page numbering style, we're going to change that to the lowercase Roman numeral and click OK. And for now, you'll see that it's done it to all of the rest of the pages because it just sees this as a separate section from the first 4 pages. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go and change the section again. So we're going to come down to this page here, which I believe is page 9. Yeah, I think that's 9. I'm not very good with Roman numerals, clearly. Page 9, and make sure that you have that one selected. We're going to go back to the flyout menu and choose numbering and sections again. Make sure start section is selected. Start page numbering at, we're going to change that to be 5. And the style should be at the regular Roman or regular or Arabic numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Go ahead and click OK. And now you notice the page numbering picks back up again. So if I click on my Roman numerals 2 and 3 here, oh wait, I don't have any headers applied to that one. I was going to tell you to look at the page numbers up here, but there's no page numbers applied on there. But regardless, if I did have page numbers, I would see the Roman numeral page numbers appear on there instead of 1, 2, 3, 4 like we're used to seeing on the rest of the pages. Okay, a couple more things and we're getting close to the end. Actually, you know what, I think I'm going to stop the video here and then we'll do the last bit, which is applying all the text and graphics to make our one spread look beautiful here at the end. So go ahead and save. And then we're going to pick back up on page 75 here.